Let's get back to my favorite subject. Reducing fats is an integral part of being healthy. So who has some insights in fat?
My insight is that I am fat.
My daughters keep telling me, अगर मैं ये जो फैट वगैरह सब खाता हूँ, कम खाऊं तो मेरा फैट कम होगा और हार्ट डिजीज का रिस्क भी कम हो जाएगा मेरे को.
Correct, but there is a lot more to fats than that. Fats in higher quantities do cause problems, but in small amounts they are necessary. Just like everything else in life, even fats have a good side to them.
मुझे पता है. Ghee is a good fat.
I'm actually quite confused by all these different types of fats. Saturated, unsaturated, or फिर वो polyunsaturated. I mean, what is all that?
You're right, it's not that simple. Unhealthy and bad fats में आते हैं saturated fats, cholesterol and trans fat. While good fats are monounsaturated fats, polyunsaturated fats and omega-3. In fact, Mr. Khan, good fats आपका cholesterol level भी कम करते हैं.
How do we know though which foods have good fats and which have bad fats?
Normally, saturated fats are found in fatty meats, high-fat dairy products, palm oil and coconut oil. As for the other bad fat, that is trans fat, that is in dalda, margarines, some bakery products and even processed foods like chips and biscuits. While the good fat, that is the monounsaturated fat, is found in nuts like walnuts, peanuts and cashews. You can also replace your cooking oils with canola oil, rice bran oil or olive oil. In fact, you can use a mix of all three in a month. Whatever brand doesn't really matter.
लेकिन ये जो है ऑलिव ऑयल और कनोला ऑयल अगर इसको हम कुकिंग में यूज़ करते हैं तो एक अजीब सा टेस्ट नहीं आता है.
No, they are tasteless. But yes, olive oil does have a flavor of its own, so you have to experiment with what kind of dishes it goes well. But it will be good for your entire family. The other type of good fat is the polyunsaturated fat. Now, we have to be a little careful with them because they are high on calories. So, oils from cottonseed, corn or even soya bean are good examples. So is walnuts, which is a good example of polyunsaturated fat, and also mayonnaise, soft margarines and salad dressing.
And what was the third category you were mentioning?
Oh yes, omega-3. That's the healthiest of the lot. In fact, it helps to unclog arteries.
What foods are good sources of those?
There are lots of varieties of fish like mackerel, salmon, sardines and tuna which are rich in omega-3.
फिश ये ओमेगा 3 क्या सिर्फ मछलियों में ही मिलता है?
नहीं मिसेस पारेख, आपके लिए वेजिटेरियन ऑप्शंस भी हैं like tofu, soya milk and other products that are prepared from soya bean. Also, walnuts and flax seeds are also rich in omega-3. So is flaxseed oil, til and canola oil. So now that I have equipped you all with a lot of information, let's try an exercise. So Tanya, what changes would you make in your plate now?
I would like to add some more vegetables.
That's very good, Tanya. But remember, with vegetables, although they themselves are not fattening, but if they are cooked in a lot of oil, then that becomes a heavy dish. So the idea is to use a healthy fat, but in lesser quantities. Every food group has a high fat and a low fat version. So let's discuss all of them. Let's move on to grains. Mr. Khan, what do you have on your plate for grains?
मैंने पूरी ली है.
Okay, now puri is deep fried and high in fat. So the ideal thing to do would be take a roti instead. Even a fulka is better than a paratha because a paratha is bigger, hence high in fat. Similarly, whole wheat bread is better than white bread. What else?
No one took steamed rice. Rice shouldn't be a problem, right?
Yeah, rice is absolutely okay, but in limited quantities. Also, brown rice is available in the market, which is definitely better than white polished rice.
पुलाव और बिरयानी का क्या?
They too are made in a lot of oil and ghee. So I would recommend maybe curd, rice, vegetables or chicken curry or the standard dal roti sabzi. Another thing, Tanya, I noticed you had cereal before. I recommend that you don't put sugar in it. You can use fruits or you can use dry fruits like raisins for the sweetness. Okay? So let's move on to fruits and vegetables now.
We can use fruits as midday and evening snacks. और fresh juices तो better होंगे cold drink से.
How about packet juices and canned fruits?
Normally they have a lot of sweet in them, so remember to read the label. But as a guideline, you should always have something fresh rather than its processed version. Even dairy products pose the same problem. Can you name me some low-fat dairy products?
Cheese.
Tanya, you always find a loophole. But yes, you can have cheese in moderation.
How about having gelato instead of ice cream? They do have some lovely fruit flavors. And by the way, I've started using skimmed milk instead of full cream milk.
That's very good. Any other food group?
Proteins, all our meats, beans and dals.
I took chicken, but I would prefer mutton. आपने रखा ही नहीं.
That's because, Mr. Khan, mutton has a lot of fat in it. It's always better to have chicken or fish. But you can have your favorite kebab once a while, like maybe once a week. Ek treat ki tarah.
I hope I can eat fish. It is my staple food.
Yes, of course you can have fish, but be sure it's not fried, because then it defeats the purpose of having fish in your diet.
In my house, paneer is the favorite, but the gravy has a lot of fat.
Tanya, gravies can be made with less oil or olive oil. Paneer tikka is the most healthiest way to have paneer, and it's delicious too. Okay, I think we have covered a lot today. There's just one more thing I would like to add. Alcohol is also a source of calories, and empty calories at that, because it has no nutritive value. So be sure to add those calories in your tracker. Okay? Any questions? Okay, I know we've had a long session, but this will build the base for you to change your lifestyle. So let's take a break for 5 minutes and relax. Time for a quick recap. Not all fats are bad. There are good fats as well. Monounsaturated, polyunsaturated and omega-3 fats are the healthier type of fats. Nuts like almonds, peanuts and cashews are a good source of healthy fats, as are canola oil, rice bran oil and olive oil. Omega-3 fats are found in fish like mackerel, sardines, salmon and tuna. Walnuts, flax seeds, rajma, navy beans and till oil are also good sources of this type of fat. Saturated fats, trans fats and cholesterol are the unhealthy fats. Saturated fats are found in fatty meats, high-fat dairy products, palm oil and coconut oil. Trans fats are mostly found in dalda, margarine, processed foods like biscuits and chips and even in baked goods. There was a